Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm dear darling. Shall we see what's going on our lovely little island of Fawnhallow today in a rare morning episode? Not for any strong reason. I'm just likely to be busy later today. So I was like, I'll record this bright and early in the morning, and then we'll see how it goes. In case I actually am busy later or not. If I'm not, then I don't know. I'll do what I do in the morning, but in the afternoon. So normally I start off with what I've been doing. Not really much because I only woke up like 2 hours ago or something. Being a Saturday and all, so I've only really played some games and just relaxed about. But anyway, good morning everyone. Right now in Fawnhollow, it's 10:49 AM on Saturday, April 24th, 2021. Nothing to really speak of today, but we'll just go on about as usual. This is with Isabel. I don't think we had a campsite visitor for quite a while now. I can't remember the last time we had one, and we haven't had a villager ask to move out for quite a while either. So we've been slowly amassing mission points, I suppose. Which is really something I should be doing more of, to be honest, each and every day. Otherwise, I'd eventually run out of things for tickets. Is this normally the letter he sends? Hold on. I know at one point he eventually gives you like a recipe for a golden shovel or something if you help him 30 times, but I guess not. What's up, Rambler? Do you like school? I didn't. Gym wasn't hard enough. I tried jumping ahead to college level gym class, but it was still too easy. Guess I'm too swole for school. Anyway, here's to our school days. Coach Rowan. I can't believe he just said swole in my Animal Crossing. That's quite amusing. So of course, today being Saturday, we're Kiki Cider here. My voice is just like, ugh. As always in the morning. Like your voice hasn't warmed up yet. It's still raw or whatever. Always a pretty weird way to describe it now I think about it. So you're going to have to be stuck with this weird, creaky, gravelly voice. I wonder how radio DJs do it, because they're always like, welcome to Dear Darling Radio FM. Wait, hold on, what do they say? Something in the morning. It's Dear and Darling in the morning, or something, I don't know. But, I don't know. Okay, for one, they must have to wake up extraordinarily early to get in and be the on-screen talent, early on in the day. Number two, how do their voices, sound so smooth and they don't sound like they've just woken up? I mean, I guess that's part of it, you just wake up even earlier. Unless it kind of sounds like you haven't just woken up, necessarily. If you wake up at like 3 AM for your 6 AM show or something. That'd be like me waking up at 9 and being my 12 AM, but not 12 AM, 12 PM voice. I don't know. I still feel like my voice hasn't completely, it's like on and off days. Sometimes it's just like, oh, my voice sounds normal pretty quickly, and then other days it's sort of like it's revving up to it. Which you might argue, maybe that isn't actually your voice then, If it takes time to warm up, is a car not a car if the engine is not allowed to warm up? What is that analogy? I don't know. I don't even think it makes sense. I don't think the sentence I said made sense, so we're just going to walk past it. But anyway, yeah, we haven't played Animal Crossing in the morning all that much, to be honest, but it's fair enough. It's not like there's really much more to do in the morning and the afternoon. I mean, you get Daisy May visiting on Sundays, but it's not Sunday today, it's Saturday. I thought peacock butterflies only spawned after 4 PM. Oh no, that's emperor butterflies, isn't it? Never mind. My memory's all hazy with them. The butterflies are all getting confused together. So yeah, no. The morning shift, the graveyard shift. Well, I don't know. At what point does it start becoming a graveyard shift? Which is, to be fair, it's only a term I learned from Animal Crossing, thanks to Phyllis, who is not in this game. She used to run the post office. She used to run the graveyard shift, as she called it. The, 6 PM to 6 AM shift, I think. The two pelicans in the post office. Pelly and Phyllis, they were my favourite Animal Crossing NPCs, and they're not in this game. Were they in New Leaf? I actually can't. Yeah, they were, right? Because we had a separate town hall and post office or something, I think. But they were just both always there, I think. Is that right? It sounds almost right, but, I can't quite place my finger on it. That's truly like a tragic situation to be in, isn't it? Sisters working complete opposite shifts in the post office for 12 hours a day. That's long days. 7 days a week. 7 days a week. Certified freak. Sorry. I'm not going to continue on with that song, obviously. Keep it PG. Or we could do the radio edit version where it's just wet, 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 wet. Or something like that. Has it been told? No, it's too early. It's too early for this. You can't start singing those sort of songs this early. Oh yeah, maybe we should farm some more Nook Mile points. We should at least do the double ones each and every day, I think. We can plant flower seeds and just immediately sell them again. Catching fish would certainly do. Spend bells to buy items and earn bells by spending items. That's not really how English works, is it? Oh well. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I haven't checked out like a radio show forever. Like a morning radio, because I feel like the last time might have been in primary school, because, you know, in secondary school I took the train to school, so, you know, there's no point checking out radio. Plus, radio, people don't really listen to radio anymore. It's an antiquated art form, you might say. I missed a Hyacinth there, apparently. If you were to be so very rude, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, people don't really... It's only, like, car commuters, right? Train commuters don't have, like, a radio blaring 24/7 in the train carriage on their way to work / school / your destination. I'd imagine that would get several complaints. And plus, you know, when you're on the train, you get your own headphones, or you talk to the people around you, or whatever. Not, like, strangers around you, I mean, like, people you go on the train with. Like, my classmates and that sort of thing. I mean... If you have that confidence and you want to strike up a conversation with a random stranger and, you know, they're receptive to it, by all means, go for it. That's sort of, not how we do it here in UK, apparently. I say apparently, just like... I'm trying to think, if, you know, I'm sending my mind back, like 6 years or whatever, being on the train, if it was just me and I just sat down and some random stranger struck up a conversation with me, I'd be like, please don't. For one, my train journey's only like 8 minutes anyway, so there's going to have to be pretty snappy with this conversation, whatever it's going to be, you know. Get to your point, like, bing, bang, boom, and then what's the point? What's even the point of doing that? Can we put rose here? We can put rose here. How many more flowers do we need around here? Just 2. That one is going to be a tulip. Yes, this will be a tulip. This will probably be a windflower, from what I can tell. So those are the only 2 flowers we need. Tulip and windflower. Or it could be a pansy, could it? Yeah, let's do pansy and tulip. Let's do pansy and tulip. Because you don't really have all that many pansies. Hello, little balloon. Way up in the sky, little balloon. Do you see what I see? I'm trying to think if I've ever struck up a random conversation with someone on the train. But this has happened once. On the way back from school once. Some random students from another school struck up a conversation with us. I don't remember what we were talking about, but I remember one of my friends was really annoyed at them. But then they found out they had like a mutual friend in common, and then they bonded over that or something. Did I say tulip and pansy, or did I say rose and pansy? I don't remember. So we're gonna keep a rose there just in case. What, was it rose or was it tulip? I feel like I said both. I think it was tulip and pansy. I mean, it's not like it's going to be particularly dire if I got it wrong. But then we were almost done breeding all the flowers we need for around the island again, which is crazy to think. You know, when we started out, we just had a monstrosity of a breeding system of flowers, which led to them being a dominant species everywhere. Oh, we need one here. This can be this can be a pansy probably. 2 pansies. I think we're lacking a lot of pansies, so I'm okay with having 2 pansies. That can definitely be a rose, and this is a pansy. Okay. No, sorry. Oh, no, that can't be a tulip. Oh, no, that one's a tulip. This one's a pansy. I see. Wrong way around. Yeah, who's crafting with today? It must be Jakey. I think he's the only one left, right? Do we need to talk to our villagers? I don't think so, but we're going to talk to him anyway, because we're a good neighbour. I'm trying to imagine what it would be like if it, like, the radio just blared non-stop on train stations. Like, if it'd be specific, like, train radios and that sort of thing. Oh, imagine if, like, one of the carriages in a train, like, not train car, I guess train, full stop. And when I say train, I'm thinking about, like, underground metro style train rather than overground trains. But I mean, I guess you could do it on overground trains as well. Just one of them would be like a recording studio for like the radios, because, you know, sometimes some radio stations, they have like that open glass window or whatever, and a ground level room where they record their radio podcast, and then sometimes you can see people outside for whatever reason. And they're watching, and I don't know why. I don't know how they even tune in. I guess they listen to the radio station at the same time while also looking at it. So it's less about the audio and more about the visual. But it's not like we're particularly doing anything visual or whatever. A boomerang. Wait, I don't know how to make a boomerang. Is this a tool or is this a furniture item? Because if I can actually throw a boomerang, that'd be awesome. How do we have 3 DIY recipes? Oh, I shot one down. That's right. Is this a furniture item? Oh, it's a wall-mounted item. A stone lion dog. I mean, maybe we can make those and put them as statues around. Oh, if we could customize and make them white, that would be an awesome thing to put on this side of the island, wouldn't it? Let's see. Why don't we find out? I always get trolled by this part of the island. There we go. Hop. Frog likes to hop, hop, hop. It just turned 11 o'clock. Whoa, it rhymed. So my throat is dying. I'm gonna have some water, you know. Stay hydrated. Soothe your throat. Normally I mute myself, but you know, apparently I want you to hear me gulping down that water. Black rose. Black like rose fills my heart and brings me to the place I rest. White is cold and always yearning. Guided by her something test, and I don't remember. This is like a Ruby theme, which I've never even seen. I just know the theme because it's pretty sick. TBH. Okay, let's see what Nook's got. We'll go fishing. Oh no, we need to buy some flowers. Buy 3 flower seeds, plant them, and then we'll just sell them again because we don't need them. We also need to catch some fish, throw them away, forget yesterday, or make the great escape. Just, I don't know, take 5. Everyone take 5. What was the other recipe thing we need to do? We need to buy things, we need to sell things, right? Okay, what could we buy? Oh, let's just buy customization kits. Can't get enough of them. Is that all I need? Also buy this colourful slingshot and we can sell the other one. I don't know how much we need to buy all the time. Or just buy like loads. I don't know how many we've got in our inventory, but we can customise our tools again. Ornament Halo Nook Mile ticket points. Just so we can have another roll of a gacha. The Animal Crossing gacha. Oh, fossils. We need to do fossils. We can do fossils. Let's do fossils as we catch some fish. Yeah, anyway, sorry. Back to that train radio thing. What was I saying? Oh yeah, one of the carriages, it should just have like a glass panel thing on the outside, and then they can record their podcast in it at the same time or something. Wouldn't that be sick? I'd watch it. You know? I'd go to the carriage next to that radio recording carriage and just sort of like peer in. Just, you know, just out of sense of curiosity. It seems like it'd be a fun thing to watch in particular, rather than, you know, your boring morning I can't speak. Boring morning commute. So there's not really much going on when you do it, to be honest. And your mileage may vary. Perhaps mine was only boring because it was like less than 10 minutes. So it went all that far away. Guess we've got to find some fossils. We've got to catch some fish. Fish. We need to also customize the tools. Yeah, cool as. That's a reference to I think it's a Battle Block Theatre trailer. I don't know. If you haven't seen like the original Battle Block Theatre trailers, like they're so good. Yeah, cool as. Boy, he was mad. One of my favourite trailers of all time. The announcement trailer and the release trailer. Voiced by... Is it like Stampy or something? Is that his name? I don't know. He's got a very distinct voice. You probably heard him before if you played some of those wacky games. What was I talking about? Train radio. I know, I feel like people get annoyed enough for listening to like the intercom when there's like a announcement on the train. So, you know, having a whole radio station blast on top of it probably was a good way to get complaints. But the thing is, what if it started out that way, you know? What if that's the status quo? What if that was what you were used to, you know? You'd probably be fine with it. Or just be like, oh, that's just the way it is. That's just what trains are, you know? You sit down and you like pick up a newspaper and you tune into I don't know, Metro FM or something. Be a good way to listen in on the morning news, the morning report. It's a morning report. I can't remember how that song goes. You know the Lion King song? Sung by Zazu, otherwise known as Rowan Atkinson. Is that his name? I think it was Zazu. Wait, maybe Zazu's the person, the evil bird from Aladdin. No, that's Iago, isn't it? Yeah. So I just had to check my Disney trivia there, otherwise I'll be shamed the next time it comes up as a category in a pub quiz or something. I don't know. Very specific circumstance. Excuse me, Joy-Con drift. It's not where I wanted to dig. But to be fair, I feel like people get annoyed at the intercom announcements on the train, because most of the time they're just like 90% of the time it's like just like stand clear of the doors or something like that. It's like, you know, it's the normal chatty here. We're now approaching whatever station. Please mind the doors. Or something like that. Doors are closing. You know? I wonder how weird it would be if you were that voice, you know? If you were the one who recorded all those things, like all the station names, like, now approaching King's Cross St. Pancras. This is a final stop on the sign. It's not the final stop. What's the final stop on? Well, I guess King Cross St. Pancras has a lot of lines passing through. I don't remember what final stations are a lot of the times. Well, I do, but I'm not going to say it, obviously, because I'm not going to give away where I live. That'd be very weird. Yeah, what was I saying? I forgot. I had a point. Oh yeah, and the other 10% of the time is like minor delays on the Victoria line or something like that, and it's like, oh, whatever. We're being held up due to a signal failure at the next station. It's been quite a while, obviously, since I've ridden the train, because, you know, pandemic situation, and also but the memories aren't quite fresh. But certainly when I used to go to school by train, I used to be able to like recite all the announcements or whatever. It was a rite of passage, you know. All the cool school kids were doing it, or maybe not all the cool ones. Maybe I was just like uncool, but I did it, and I think I'm cool. My mum says I'm cool, that sort of thing. Nah, screw that. I think I'm cool. You think you're cool. We all think we're cool, something like that. And if you're not cool, then get cool. I don't know. What is this meant to be? Like a motivational speech, or is it meant to be like some sort of disparaging comment? Who knows? It's a mystery. It's a bittersweet candy bowl, as you might say. These Animal Crossing videos, you never know what you're going to get. Life is like a box of chocolates. But I don't have much of a sweet tooth, so I'll give it a pass, thank you. What other things do we need to do, Nook Mile mission-wise? I forgot. We need to catch fish. And we need to... dance. I don't know. Now, what if it was on... No, buses don't play the radio, do they? It's been even longer since I've ridden a bus, because, I mean, where I live, the train network's actually pretty good. So, we don't often need to catch buses. But there are places that sometimes I need to go to, which don't have a bus that go to... which don't have a train that go to them. So we had to go by bus. I think the most recent time I've gone by bus was... actually in Japan, I think. But that doesn't really count. I meant in England. I think... Oh, you know what? I remember. I can't remember where we were going, but we were going on the bus. And then we were just waiting at the bus stop, and then... Sorry, Philip, I got to steal this fish from you. But there was this other lady with us, and then... at the bus stop, and then the bus like stopped a bit earlier down the road, and opened their doors, and then the lady just like walked up to the bus and walked on, and we were like, oh, okay, I guess like that's just what you do. Sorry, Flip. And even though the bus hadn't quite pulled into stop yet, because like we were just like, okay, we'll follow suit, and we'll like follow in behind the lady, and then go onto the bus. You know, she buys a ticket, and we're gonna buy a ticket, and I was like, oh, But because, you know, I don't take a bus all that often, I got the ticket price wrong. I was short by 20p, so I was like, oh, sorry. So I got 20 more p out of my purse. And then the bus driver was just so rude. He was just like, why do you kids always get on the bus so early or whatever? Or let me pull in and you don't even have the right money. Changing the bus. I was like, sorry, but like, why did you open the doors then for this lady? Why would you not wait until you got to the bus stop? You know, and make that lady wait. We were just following suit. I'm sorry, I don't know the exact price of a ticket from this place A to place B. So I didn't have my exact change ready. Of course I didn't say all of this, you know. in my head I was like a bit obviously exaggerating. What I just went was sorry, and then, you know, I bought my ticket and sat down because like I'm not going to deal with that, TBH. But in my head, in a very comical way, I would be thinking about, I wasn't actually thinking about it, I was more like, you know, I feel like we wouldn't have this problem if you just pulled into the bus stop and didn't open your doors with this lady. Like, maybe you were like, oh, I don't want to embarrass her, you know, she walked up to the bus door, I better let her on. It's like, well, you know, it's not surprising if you do that, then everyone else at the bus stop's going to come on. Now, obviously, I'm playing this up for satiricalness, you know. I think it's quite obvious by the fact I didn't even remember that memory until just now. But I don't really care. Not like I don't care, like, in a flippant way, but I'm like, oops, sorry. But, you know, the bus driver does not occupy much mental space in my brain, which, you know, is just a good way to live life, you know. People are rude, people annoy you, that sort of thing, or people are being unreasonable. Water off a duck's back, that sort of thing. That's a much simpler way to live life, I find. Just don't be frazzled by that sort of thing. I mean, easy said than done, of course, but sort of thing like, this person was rude to you, was like, I could, you know, bitterly resent them for like the next whatever amount of time and just be like, grumble, fishing rod, no. That's to be fair, we haven't customized it for ages. Or I can just be like, whatever, you know. Perhaps, you know, part of me was wrong, but does that justify his response? No, but oh well, it's what happened, you know. So anyway, that was my last experience of riding a bus, and I never rode a bus again. No, that's not true. Because I find on the whole, normally bus drivers are extremely nice and jolly. Like, I remember the first time I rode on a bus, we were going to, I think we were going to go watch like a play that, I think Ned was in it actually, now I think about it. But it was like somewhere we couldn't access very easily because a train stop didn't go there. And we were like, okay, we don't really know how the bus ticket system works over here. We might need a killifish. I don't think we need any of the other ones. So we'll keep killifish. And then we just got on the bus, and it was an empty bus, to be fair. I think we were like his only riders of our day, but he, you know, he was just doing a route, and we were just like, okay. And I don't really know which ticket to buy, but we wanted to get here, and he was like, oh yeah, you can do this, and it's like, I'll afford you together. It's like, oh, you can buy 2 double tickets, and I was like, do we? And we paid for double tickets, and then my friend was like, do we need double tickets? Like, you can buy separate tickets if you want, if you don't trust your friend. You know, just joking around. And then I can't remember. I think we went to a top floor of a bus because it's all fun. You know, it's fun at the top floor. Run around all that nonsense. And you're like, oh, look, everything's so high up. Yeah, and he was really jolly. I mean, you know, we like wished him well as we left, and he just went about on his day, and there was no one on my bus. You know. So I feel like I've had 2 extreme bus drivers. One very jolly person, one rather not as pleasant person, I suppose. So I'm just running back here just to check if we got killifish or not. It's actually only been 23 minutes. This is the first time I think I've recorded an episode, and I'm like, wow, like no time has passed. That's amazing. That's probably because I'm not doing anything now, because I'm just running back and forth. I'm not even... What should I do? Should we just farm Nookmar missions? We're just gonna farm Nookmar missions. We're just gonna send it a bagworm. That's gonna be a bit of a nuisance one to catch. Because we don't really need to fish the heck out of everything to get all these fish statues. We only need so many. Like, it's getting pretty full over here, to be honest. We don't have much space anymore. But Nookmar mission points, they're eternal. We try and catch a bagworm, I suppose. See if we can find a hornet's nest or something. Disturbing a hornet's rest. You know, that Hollow Knight episode. Episode 17. I have no idea if it's 17 or not. Apparently every single one of these trees contain bells. It's probably because we don't have many non-fruit trees. And I don't know if wasps' nests can even... Never mind. Spawn from these trees, but apparently they can. Apparently bagworms don't exist, so I'm just going to ignore bagworms instead and do the other do the other missions. Chop down these coconut trees, get some wood, and sell the fruits. That's what we're here for. Yeah, wait, so I don't know, maybe some buses do have a radio on. I feel like I have a vague memory of a bus I've ridden on having like the radio station on. But maybe it was really, really quiet, and maybe it was just with a bus driver. I can't really remember. It's not like you could probably hear it in the seat unless it was like blasting over the intercom. Do buses even have intercoms? Don't they just have a panel display saying what the next stop is? It's been a long while since I've ridden a bus. I guess it kind of depends on the bus company. Oh. Well, guess I'll go buy another stone axe then. How many fruits do we need to sell? Is it 5 or 10? I think it's 10. Oh, we should also sell seashells, I guess. Because she sells seashells by the seashore. Oh, it's only 5. It's the perfect mission for it. Because you know what? We were saying yesterday we got Nook Mile mission points to do it for. Yeah, we got enough coconuts. 1, 2, and then we'll probably round off the episode after that. It's not like we got much more to say. And my voice is dying over here, you know. There's lesson learned. Don't record morning episodes if you can. Your throat hurts. It's not warmed up. Do up your warm-up exercises. Maybe I should have done warm-up exercises in the video. I don't even know much about vocal warm-ups. All I know is like second-hand knowledge from Ned, who's learned a little about singing, and learned a lot about love, and a little bit about life. Something like that. Is that the lyrics? I can't remember. I don't even know what song that is. Yeah, I know. You just go like E-U-E-O. Oh my god, my voice. E-U-E-O, E-U-E-O. And there's another one, I think it's called like Banshee or Siren. You got like, you start as low as you can go, and you go up to as high as you can go. Like, ooh. My voice is so dead. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. Just embarrass myself. I don't know. I'm gonna embarrass myself by myself rather than in front of an audience of 2. Probably better that way, to be honest. You know, if you have large audiences, you're gonna get called out for all of your stupid opinions. It's like, oh come on, I just want to say my stupid opinions because I'm trying to fill up half an hour conversation. Don't call me out on them. I don't necessarily stand by them. I'm trying to think if I've said anything stupid in these videos. Probably. Let's not dwell on that sort of thing. That's toxic negativity I don't need in my own life, you know. Don't dwell on the past like that. Learn from it and be able to move on. I don't know. Let's not have sweeping statements. Sweeping advice statements. Because, you know, every situation's different. And I feel like I've kind of derailed from the train radio conversation. What if airplanes had radios? Like, blasting over the intercom. That'd be weird. Talk to 3 people. Can we do that? Can we find 3 people real quickly? Apparently, I got another Nook Mile mission. What for, though? Go ahead and be shellfish. The last one's going to be 1,000, probably, which is scary to think about. Do you like my sick beat? Oh, I thought this pumpkin was a person. I thought that was Flip. Flip's not going to talk to me after I took away his black bass, I guess. Is anyone even around here? Vivian was around here somewhere. I don't know if we're going to get 3 people in 1 minute. We'll try it. We're gonna look around for our friends. Our friends in high places. Audie was on the beach. Sup, Audie? She's on her phone. Yas. And I think Ronan was just up here last time I checked. He is. He's just vibing. He's just looking at the stuff, you know. Bruh. There we go. And perfect time to round off this episode here. So I don't know. I guess it's a good thing that public transport doesn't have radio stations blowing over their public intercom or whatever. But just, you know, just think about reality if that was the case. If that's what we were used to. But anyway, if you have been watching, thank you very much. This has been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares, all greatly appreciated. Links down below. I hope we can see each other again. But for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye bye for now.